Okay, I want to start out with what I bought at Goodwill a couple hours ago. I got this water bottle. I've got it's probably about a pint. This has got this neat spring-loaded stopper. It smells like coffee, so it's obviously been used. I'm going to sit out in the sun a while, then I'll probably put some bleach in there. Now, when it cools down a little bit, I want to, get back to hiking. Do the white tanks and the Strellas down there. But I've got a half-gallon Coleman that I'll probably put iced tea in one, and then like that pop in the other one. So that what I'll probably do is I hit up the Strellas first, and I can. Some of the smallest hikes are fairly short up in the mountains. I can just park my pickup and then walk through there, and I can figure out how much what it's going to take, if I'm going to need just a pint, or if I'm going to need to carry both a half gallon and the pint. Anyway, I may do that first. I may just go up to. Let me show you what else I bought. I bought one of these belts. This will be the third one that I've had. Now, the one on the pants is all dirty, and I want to toss that in the washer, and I want to have another one to wear while I'm washing it. These are like about $2 at Goodwill if you go in there on a Thursday, or at Tuesdays are like 25% off if you're over 55 at the Goodwills. Now let's see. The next thing I'm going to cover is this. This is spice. I got this at Costco. It's salt, pepper, and garlic, and it actually tastes pretty good. I just wanted to get some plain salt, but none of the salt say that they had iodine in them. So I'll probably just go into Walmart and get just some plain salt with iodine in it, because I wanted to periodically mix it a little bit in water. Just to make kind of a salty solution. I just listened to that one doctor saying that you really need to replenish your salt. I don't know if that's that blue salt trick that I keep hearing about or not. I don't know. So the next thing I'm going to cover, I don't remember this lady's YouTube channel. It's one I just found. There's a ton of these single female RVers. She's up in Alaska. She's driving the Dalton, and she referred to the Dalton as the most dangerous road in the world. And it may well be very dangerous, but I actually think. I've never driven the Dalton. I've never driven this one in South America. Now there's one it's Argentina or Uruguay, somewhere down in South America. It winds around the Andes Mountains somewhere down there. It's called Camino del Muerte, Highway of Death. And as I understand it, it pretty much lived up to its name. It's actually killed quite a few people that weren't super careful, and I guess probably a few that were super careful, but just ran out of luck or whatever. But I actually think I think the Dalton is probably down on the list a little bit, but it's probably partially maintained, where it's not like super dangerous, not like some other roads. I remember that time that Ice Road Truckers, their episode they did over in India, and some of those roads are super dangerous. Some of those roads in India, so I'm sure that India's got some dangerous roads over there. So the last thing I was going to cover now, I caught part of Annie's adventure as part of her video where she talked about her spiritual, her religious beliefs. Now she's a Christian, and I understand the Christian mindset because I was raised Christian, and Christians are perfectly fine, decent people. Just that I've followed a slightly different path in my life. Now, I've also been a New Ager for since I was a little boy. Now I've covered this here quite a few times that I call myself spiritual and not religious. I do believe in God. I believe we have a soul. I believe we have an afterlife. Now, the God of Christianity, the God of thou shalt and thou shalt not, never worked for me. The gray-haired old man on the mountaintop throwing down lightning bolts, that never worked for me. The God I believe in had to make sense to me. My image of God is what I call the creative life force of the cosmos. It's a point of white light in deep space that every living creature that exists throughout the cosmos is a tiny piece of the energy of the consciousness of the being I think of as God. Now that's the God I believe in. I'm not telling anybody else, what to believe. I'm telling you this is what I believe. Now, one of the main reasons that I'll put this out there. Now, if you've already got your belief system and it works for you, fine. But I'm thinking there's probably a few hardcore atheists out there that are going to say, James, hey, maybe I can get behind and kind of believe what you believe. I'm thinking maybe I can turn around a few hardcore atheists that don't currently have a belief system, or they just believe that we're soulless meat sacks. That that once we're dead, and that just lights out, and there's nothing else beyond that. I've always believed in an afterlife. I believe we have a soul. Like I said, if I inspire a few people to adopt my belief system, I've done what I set out to do, or not. You're free to adopt it or not. You're free to believe as you wish, just as I'm free to believe as I wish. Now, I don't know. I talk about Sabina Hossenfelder. Now, I'm going to believe that she's probably of the belief, but I'm not. I don't know exactly what she believes because she hasn't come out and said. But I kind of get the impression that she probably doesn't believe that we have a soul. I'm kind of gonna guess that, but Chick, hey, make a video sometime where you state your religious beliefs. I'll still watch your videos, even if you're hardcore atheist, if you're Christian or a Jew or Muslim or Hindu or whatever. I don't know what your beliefs are. If you're a Buddhist, that's perfectly fine. I know a number of very nice Buddhists, and I believe some of what my belief system is kind of taken from a number of different systems. But I really don't want to be locked down to a particular belief system. That's what being spiritual gives you the option to do. Anyway, love y'all. Let's make life interesting. Bye-bye.